days and 4 nights and took them red-eye flights. Hot straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going, hey, they were like. So I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going, hey, they were like, ooh yeah. Crazed and courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehaving, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think a day is. But hey, what about it? So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going, hey, they were like. So I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going, hey, they were like, oh yeah.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Arizona Cardinals. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
I count this money, then I count my blessings. If I ever took an L, then it stood for lesson. I'm the one, ain't no second guessing. Tried to dim my light, but my soul fluorescent. Wait, I tried to stay, but depressing. I even prayed to God, he ain't get the message. I'm living in the present, they gon' feel my presence. You can't dim my light, cause I'm luminescent. I rose from the ashes of the section. I seen a stranger in my own reflection. I point the in my own direction. I would've did it for my own protection. Keep debating about the GOAT. I'm the one like 2, 3, 4, 5. How you playing both sides? How I made 1 million, 2 million, multi. How I made 8 figures, 8 million 4 times. And I was underutilized the whole time. It's rigged. I guess they couldn't find a gold mine, you dig? The sheep sleep on me, but the ghost co-sign. I stopped thinking about the future, cause we got no time. The world changed. Damn. World change. Yeah, I tried and failed. I see my best friends jail, but betrayal was the real pain. Damn, the world changed. Look, I built walls around the house, networking. All these bloodsuckers, I just hope this networking. Soul searching, broken hearted with my chest hurting. But I was gifted with the best cursive. I'm suffocating and my weight keep fluctuating. I showed love how to...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Arizona Cardinals. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the rookie from Auburn, Tank Bigsby. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Bigsby once more. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Drop for a loss there on a nice effort by Osa Odighizuwa.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Murray now to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. Into space at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Goes right back to McBride. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend, and usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found, and one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, that it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. They're, for a tight end, some of the best hands in the game. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Second down, here's a run with Bigsby. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the press. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. A Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard again. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Well, look at this Arizona defense. And they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Third and short yardage. Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. To throw is Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. The Cardinals had 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. To throw, it's Murray. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there. no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Toward the sideline, intercepted.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
first down, and it's Pollard again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Effort play from B.J. Ojulari to drop him for a loss. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10 yards, and it's third down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Chris Wormley able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. That's dumped off to Pollard. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Bullock's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete there to Moore. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. On the move past the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Now the Cardinals going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a give to Bigsby. And he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Another run by Bigsby. And they get him behind the line.
so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work, because he's got to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Now Prescott going to change the play. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. To throw is Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 7.
Play action now. Prescott sliding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Diallo Dangbo.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
The sack goes to Chris Barnes.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? Let's see if they can do it on this drive.
23 yards, the final tally.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
They get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Murray now on 1st down. They'll go screen here to Hunt.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Throwing again, Murray.
Pass complete to Moore. Murray to Moore for the Cardinal first. Now a handoff to Bigsby.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Murray. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown of the new season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down. Now Prescott.
Oh, he
was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On third down, it's Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
On first and 10, it's Bigsby. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Ball sits on the 10, second and 5. Here's Bigsby. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
On the carry, Bigsby. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Take Bigsby. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Now Landry. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. This will be caught by Brown. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A run here with Bigsby.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing now is Murray. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Finding Ertz again. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
From the gun, Bigsby.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
74 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to...
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Rondale Moore.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cardinals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Now Ryland for the PAT.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Cardinals 27, Cowboys 3.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by the former Cowboy, Byron Jones. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
105 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Cardinals, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the